guys, Skip here, and we've got a Freewing A-10 here, the twin 64 millimeter. I've had this about 4 years. I did finally get it up in the air successfully, quite a few times actually now. I upgraded it myself before they started doing it, and put the 33 or 36, I think I put 3600s in here. It already had 40 amp ESCs in it. It was only supposed to have 30 amp ESCs. So it must have been in that transitionary period where they're starting to do things with the different planes, and they hadn't swapped the motors out yet. But they did have 40 amp ESCs in this thing, and they cut the plastic off around, but there's still enough there to shows that it was a 40. So there's two twin hobby wing 40 amp ESCs in this, with two 3300. I forget what the KV is. It's what they've got basically. Basically, right now it's what you get for $229 on sale. It's the high performance one. I think it's $229. It's got 12 blades on it, and it screams. The thing's fast on 4 cells. I flew it on a 2200 4-cell, and it was fine. You know, with the battery a little bit forward. They recommend a little bit more, but that's what I had at the time. So that's what we use. But the thing flies great. The thing flies great. But as you can see, it's had some miles to it. It's starting to look a little aged, and it's had a few crashes, a few rough landings. One really, its maiden flight was a rough takeoff where I had the elevators reversed. Oops. And that resulted in, I couldn't figure out why wouldn't it take off. Why wouldn't it take off? It hit the curb, and it took off the curb. As soon as it got in the air, the elevators made it go straight back down again. So anyway, we've done a little bit of weathering to it just to kind of hide the ooboos a little bit, so it doesn't look so bad. But thing still functions, flies great. There's no problems with it. Got the steering and everything. Everything works well. It steers, it taxis. But we decided that we wanted another A-10 to compare it with. And other than the Freewing 1700, which I've got, we decided to get the new E-Flite. Move my chairs here, and we've got an unboxing to do. Okay, so I've got the new E-Flite A-10 twin 64, runs on 6S. Still has 40 amp ESCs. Still uses probably about the same motors with a little bit different winding and stuff like that, so it can handle the 6S power. And they're probably going to be a little bit faster. So I imagine this thing's going to. This plane here has about a 3-minute, maybe 2.5, 3-minute flight time. Maybe a tad more depending on throttle management. If you get on it like I do, 2.5 to 3 minutes tops. And they're boasting a lot more than that with the 6-cell capability with the twin 64 E-Flite. Plus, it's got the, you know, it's already got a receiver in it. It's got the AS3X stabilization. It's a bind and fly, so it's even got the safe, which I don't have in this. What I do have in this, though, and I put in shortly after. This is like the second jet I ever got, and the 4th, maybe 5th or 6th plane I got, not counting the glider. But I put an A3L stabilizer in this one, and that really made this thing sweet to fly. So I may have some special plans, possibly a nice Christmas present or something for somebody with this plane. Either that, or I'll just keep on, hang on to it for nostalgia's sake. It's in my collection already, and put the two of them side by side or something. All right, we'll get on with the unboxing here. So hold tight. See you in a short. Oh, and after the build and stuff like that, I mean, everybody's seen this thing. It's been around for a while. The E-Flite. It's been around several months now, 7 or 8 months, I think. Everybody's seen the build, seen it flying, everything like that. But after I do my stuff on it, we'll do a comparison side by side with these two birds. And if I can get Marty to take the sticks on this one, the Freewing, I'll get him to fly side by side with me on that one, weather permitting, of course. All right, hold tight for that unboxing. We'll be with you in a short. Okay, so anyway, guys, I'm doing this right now not just to show the size difference and stuff like that, but there's a lot of people out there that are, a little curious as to the size on this thing, and if they really want this plane, or if they'd really rather have the E-Flite. For the price difference, we're talking $229, I think, like on the Freewing, and 3.5 for the E-Flite. Okay, now I got a special deal on this, guys. I had a lot of points. I had 40,000 points, 44,000 and change. I was able to use 40,000 of them, which gives you $100 discount. So I got this plane for 2.5 plus tax, so $272 out the door. So for me, it was an easy decision. If I wanted to get another one like this, or bump it up a notch and get something a little bit faster, a little bit more power, and with suspension. The E-Flite has suspension on it and stuff like that. So that kind of really was one of my things. I like the 6S capability, the vertical that it's capable of, and the fact that it has retracts that have suspension. So that's kind of my biggest choice, is why I didn't just buy another Freewing. But the Freewing is an excellent model for the price range, guys. You can't beat it. If you're a little rough on landings, then maybe you want to go with something with a little suspension. But that's not saying you're not going to tear it up, guys, or break something anyway. Okay? So hold tight. We're going to get this thing going. And sorry to say that about 20,000 times here, but I'll be right with you. Anyway, guys, there's a little bit of more to the story here. I want to thank Horizon Hobby for their Horizon Hobby Rewards Club that they have, for me having that, getting that 100 points added up in there. That opportunity being out there for everybody, it's really worthwhile. I did it the hard way. I went, from the very start to then I earned my way to pro instead of paying $100 for it, which is a good deal, by the way, if you're intending on buying a lot of planes. But I didn't know any better really at the time, and I didn't know how many of these things I would end up getting. But since being in the Horizons Rewards Club, I've really knocked a bunch off of a whole bunch of planes. This is the most I've ever knocked off, which was $100. So it brought from $349 down to $249. And then my channel, thank you to you guys, everybody for watching, people that have subscribed and stuff. I want to thank you personally too, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have gotten an extra couple $100 from my channel, which paid for the absolute rest of this pretty much. So you can't beat it, guys. Can't beat it. Thanks for watching. We're going to get on to the building here real quick. And unboxing first, I'm sorry. Putting the cart before the horse. But I wanted to clarify that this is actually the first airplane that has been pretty much totally purchased from revenues from Rewards Club and my YouTube channel. So thank you, YouTube, for that, for affording people to do that and make money on the side while they're having fun. This doesn't want to come out real easy. Hold on a second. Came out of the other box so easy. Now this one's going to be a pain. Just walk it out. Realize I'm walking it out backwards for you guys. Well, you're going to have to move, buddy. You're kind of in the way here. You always kind of like to be right wherever Dad's working, don't you? He just likes to know what I'm doing. Just check out every box that comes in the door, and no matter what it is. Anyway, guys, this turned out to be the right purchase too, because it also had 5,000 bonus points in addition if you bought it. So when you buy it, you get the 300 or 4,000 and something points. But when you also get an additional 5,000 points, so you end up getting like 9,000 and something points just for buying the airplane. And then they've got a $25 coupon that's going to be mailed to me, or emailed to me on the 25th, because if you buy this between anything over $250 between yesterday, which is the 17th, and I believe it's the 21st through the 21st of this month, November 2020, in case anybody sees this at a much later date, you'll get a $25 coupon to use within the next 6 days or so. And I've got plans for that because I've still got 30 bucks left in points, and I've still got, well, 10 bucks left still in points, plus another 20 bucks that I got from buying this, and the 25 that we're going to add to that, I'm going to have enough to get the RC simulator too, so the 9.5. So that'll be kind of like a freebie. So let's get this thing out of here. Looks like they got some tape going. Just wanted to clarify a few things, guys. I'm not rich, but I hunt for the best deals I can. And I try to buy as smart as I can when I do buy. This will only be my second plane this year, though, so that's not bad. I mean, for the entire year, I'm usually much worse than that. In fact, I stand to lose my legend status this year. But, you know, with the COVID and everything, I think they should give me a break. You know, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, it just wasn't much flying to be done, and everything was pretty much, even the field, if I was still a member over there, they were shut down for a while. Or they were shut down, so I mean, it wouldn't have really mattered. Got a lot of packing in here. Being real careful of this wing section they are. Yeah. Instruction manual. Big one. Big thick one. Obviously multiple languages. I missed a couple here. Same old original knife, guys. I have been using this thing since I started flying and opening up boxes. Same one that I've been using since very first airplane. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the differences. I like the paint job right off the bat a whole lot better. And a one-piece wing like this. The other one's one-piece wing, I believe, as well. But I like the construct of this. It just looks a little bit nicer. I like the ball link clevises for one. The other one does not have it. The other one, you have to add flaps. On the Freewing, you have to add flap servos if you want to use the flaps. So you have to add those. But it is set up for it. In fact, I set it up for it. Not that they're really necessary, to tell you the truth. I think the last couple times I flew that Freewing, I did not even need the flaps. It slowed down nicely. It's got the bombs and stuff mounted to it, the Freewing does. Whereas this one here I see has the rails that I'm going to be able to dismount the bombs when I want to. From what I understand, first flights are so opposite of the norm, you might want to try it with the extra drag on there because this thing's supposed to be extremely fast. So here's the front of the wing. They've got the CGs marked, but it's going to be a better idea probably to check and see. I think it's RC Informer, I believe, said that 55 to 60 was about the most comfortable for him. So we'll take a look at it, see what the specs say, and shoot it from the middle. I usually do that anyway, kind of split the middle, split the differences. Got to be somewhere in the ballpark that way, right? Okay, so we'll get the wing. We can set this aside real quick here. It's got lights on both sides. That's kind of nice. Nice paintwork though, guys. Really, really nice on the paint. I mean, hardly tell it's foam at this point. I'm looking at it, really trying to see foam, and I'm pressed to find it. You know, kind of neat. So this comes out of here, this comes out of there, this goes there. And now comes the main fuselage. They've already bared away some of the paint where you're going to have to stick on your little side thing there. I forget what they call it, but it's radio or radar or pitot or something like that. Whatever it is. Somebody out there knows what it is. I don't. But they've got stickers applied, engine oil, decals and everything already on here. Very nice paintwork. Looks excellent from just as nice as the wing. Whole A lot nicer. I mean, the Freewing looked great when it was new. It really did, but it's a different scheme. Okay, it's just a slightly different scheme. Other than that, it's a pretty nice bird. This one does have a latch for the canopy, which is going to be nice. And insides are set up as such. Looks like an EC5 connector. And it's got a separate BEC, it looks like. With a separate, I forget, I think that's a 6 amp, 5 or 6 amp BEC, separate 6 amp BEC. So that's looking pretty good. We've got our, our verticals, our vertical stabs. Careful getting these out, guys. They're kind of set in there, and if you pinch them with your nails, you'll leave creases. But they're real nice looking too. Servos are built in. Very nice. So far, I'm super impressed. Everybody all the reviews and stuff I've read on this thing, and pretty much everybody has liked it. About a couple of the only weak points, from what I understand, are that the servos are plastic geared 9-gram servos, but there are dual 9-gram servos in that tail section, guys. So it's not just one servo going to be doing both sides or anything like that. You've got 2 different servos back there. That should be plenty enough on this. But being plastic gears, you want to make sure you're not going to be moving them around or bumping them or jamming them or testing them manually, because you'll end up stripping that plastic. You can get away with it, you know, with true metal gears, but not with the plastic so much. Once in a while, you know, for a little adjustment if you have to, but bad idea. Bad idea. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's take a look at the one last piece here that we've got. And that would be the cockpit. Nothing really fancy or dancy about this one. They got a little hole drilled back here for hot air escape. A piece of foam stuck to me. It's dry in here. Static. But it's nicely painted. It's got a little dash and stuff in there. Pilot. Again, very nicely painted. See how the fit is. This is always the test. And it's a nice tight fit. Woohoo! We happy so far. And I don't have to put all this stuff together like on the Freewing. You have to put this stuff all together. You got to put the wings on, you got to put the motor and the cells on and screw them down and stuff, which is no big deal. And for the price difference, you know, you guys might want the other one. But for me, I've had my fun with that 64 4-cell, and now it's time to move on to the 6S 64, and we'll probably practice a little bit with the beater, we'll call it, but it's not a beater. It still flies great. But we'll practice with that a little bit too. We'll have a little bit of fun with both of them, do a little comparison. I will definitely get the other one out with this one when I can set them side by side and let you guys both see them so you can make your choices. Okay, that's the unpacking. We're going to get on with the build here in a little bit. Check back. I'm not sure when I'm going to get started on the build. I've got some stuff to do today yet, but I was kind of excited to get this because I got it in less than 23 hours, guys. 23 hours. Woo! Way to go, Horizon. Thanks for joining, guys. Peace, love. Hi out there to Jeff's Custom RC, Dave's RC, and Wreckin' Roy's, and let's see, I think about a ton of them off the top of my head. But Wild Bill, you're always out there. We'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Okay, Garmin, stop recording. Okay, Garmin, stop recording.